All right, we're back. My name is Jesse, and if you guys watched the last video, we kind of went over some solar panel specs, and I was just going off of the electrical specifications sheet that you usually can download or get with a solar panel. But I also talked about sometimes you buy used panels, and that's what these are. I found these on Facebook Marketplace, where I buy almost everything. These were $40 a panel, and the guy had 10 of them, so $400 for 10 of these. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them here, and then I'm testing 4 of them on the other side. We'll go take a look at them in a minute, but let's flip these around so we can kind of see what the spec sheets look like. All right, these are some monofacial panels, 400 watts. There we go. And our spec sheet's over here. So what I'll do is I'll just get a close-up on this phone. So the specs are, they are QCell's 400 watt panels. The VOC is 45 volts, and the IMP is 10.77 amps. Those are kind of the big important ones that I'll look at. And so we can test the voltage open circuit just kind of by putting it out in the sun. So, all right. So what we're going to try and do is just move this out into the sun. By the way, it's 110 degrees outside today. All right, I think that looks pretty good. So you guys can see, full sun today. All right, this is just an extension I had laying around. Should be close enough. Oh. All right, let's go to volts. So that setting with this kind of squiggly line here, that's alternating current. And when you see the straight line, that's direct current. So let's come over here, our leads. So these were 45 volts open circuit. And it looks like we got 39.86 volts, so pretty close. Yeah. So you guys can see 39 volts. So I can safely assume that that solar panel works pretty good. So we've tested the voltage on that solar panel, but you can also test the amperage. All right, so I know the electrical specification sheet said it was 45 volts open circuit, and we just got 39 volts, so it's a little off, but again, everything on that electrical specification sheet is like 77 degrees temperature with like a good angle. This panel is facing north right now, which is the worst possible angle. You'd want it facing south, and I think it is, the sun is kind of already setting. It's about 3 p.m. So ideally you'd want this panel facing the south and then pointing the west right now. But right now it's just facing north, and it's not really angled south, or not really angled east or west. So you're not going to get the best reading, and it's like 110 degrees outside. So, but just kind of gives you guys an idea. Ooh, this solar panel's hot. This black frame is burning hot. Ooh, it's burning my fingers. Ooh, it's hot. That just gives you guys an idea how you guys can kind of test and troubleshoot your panels. Just hook up a voltmeter, check the voltage, put them in the sun. Ooh, super hot. All right, my other phone died. It said it was overheating. It's just an iPhone, and once the iPhones get too hot, they just kind of turn off. So we'll see how long this phone lasts. Try to make this one real quick though. This is a kind of pergola shed that I built, and the roof is made up out of solar panels. And the solar panels I have up here are these Aptos 440 watt bifacial panels. The voltage open circuit on these is 41 volts, and the IMP, which measures the maximum amperage, is 13 amps. So unfortunately, you can't really test the amperage on a lot of these solar panels when it's not hooked up to a load, because you need a special type of voltmeter. Most of these voltmeters, kind of like this one, this Klein, when you hook up these two leads, the max amount of amperage that this is going to be able to read is 10 amps. Some of them can do more, like 20, but this one just can't. But what you can do is use the clamp meter. And so the clamp meter, let's zero this out. Here we go. The clamp meter allows you to I'm on voltage. There we go. Okay, we zeroed it out. Use the clamp meter, and we got 9.8, about 9.7 amps. And so that's the amount of amperage that's running through this this array. These 10 solar panels, they got about 9.8 amps running through there. All right, real quick before this phone overheats, let's go ahead and look at this EG4 monitoring app. Hopefully you guys can get a good picture here. Oops. But you should see PV1, it says 2,671 watts, and there's 270 volts going through there. So, oh man, there we go. 2,671 watts, 270 volts running through this array. This is array PV number 1. So we have 270 volts. So let's do 270 volts. And then we said we had about 9.8 amps running through here. 2,646 watts is what we can calculate. And if we refer back to the app, we're right around there. 2,671, 2,646. So there we go. All right, hopefully that made sense. It was kind of a follow-up to the last video where we kind of did a whiteboard demonstration, and this one I was trying to kind of do more of a hands-on demonstration so you guys could see the voltages on the like spec sheet in the back of the panel. You could see the voltmeter, and then I'd give you just a kind of a little shot of one of my arrays here. So this was the first array that I built, and this is 10 solar panels here for these Aptos 440s. And then my other array is on the porch, and that's those 11 G-stars. And then the 4 that I'm testing out right now are leaning against the wall right there. So I have those 4 QCells that I just bought off Facebook Marketplace. They're actually hooked up in series, and they are, oh, you can't see it, we'll have to go over there, but they're hooked up to my mini split. So we'll go check it out. All right, we'll try and go over there real quick before the phones heat up. I literally can film for about 20 minutes and then the phone starts to heat up. It's so hot outside. All right, so these are the same QCells that were underneath the shed. I got them just leaning against the wall here. I just wanted to test them out, see how they worked. And so far they've been working great. I got them hooked up in series. I just got some temporary PV wire. It's kind of coming down here, and they're hooking up to the PV inputs on the EG4 mini split. So real quick, I'll just pull up the app here. We'll go to the first one. If you guys can see it, it's pulling 942 watts from those 4 solar panels. The max this mini split ever pulls is like 1100 watts. So that's just what it's using right now. They're probably capable of closer to like 1500 watts, but the mini splits just doesn't use that much. So there we go. Let's Let's check the clamp meter. Alright, so let's go to amps, zero it out. .8 amps. So it's going through there. Alright, I'm pretty sure if we wanted to, we could calculate the voltage, because the mini split said we had 900 and I think 40 watts that it was calculating the mini split was using, and we got 6.8 amps, so we just punch it into the formula and we could get the volts. I could get the voltage, but I'd have to disconnect all of that, get the voltmeter, and I don't want to disconnect it, but we could calculate it. All right, I'm probably going to do some more testing with those panels, but that's going to wrap this video up. I just wanted to do just a kind of quick follow-up to the last video that we did with the whiteboard. This one is more kind of like a hands-on demonstration. So I will catch you guys on the next one.